Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be discussing the American science fiction drama film Proximity. Spoiler ahead. Watch out and take care. A young boy has come across extraterrestrial beings who have visited Earth, and he is now determined to uncover the reason for their arrival. The answer will greatly surprise him. In 1979, a man named Carl is driving home from work in Wrangell, Alaska. Suddenly, his friend's truck ahead of him is lifted into the sky, causing it to fall onto Carl's truck. After checking on his friends, Carl sees a UFO flying above and quickly flees. As he runs through the jungle, he realizes the UFO is directly above him. A beam emerges from the UFO, lifting him off the ground and immobilizing his body. Presently, Isaac Cypress, a young man, arrives at the NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory, where he works. He engages in a playful game with his friend Beck, who uses NASA satellites to transmit a signal for Isaac to locate. Surprisingly, Isaac quickly finds the signal, but Beck insists that it wasn't the one he sent. They trace the signal to a location in Canada, which is unusual since no registered ground satellites are known to be there. Just for amusement, Isaac decides to send a copy of the mysterious signal for Beck to discover later. During the night, while Isaac is engrossed in his work, his computer unexpectedly picks up a signal from an unidentified origin in space. The signal is filled with an array of random code, leaving Isaac intrigued by its mysterious nature. Following a suggestion from his therapist, Isaac decides to keep a video diary and starts carrying his camera wherever he goes. One day, while recording his video diary after a hiking trip, a meteor dramatically crashes close to his location. The sudden appearance of fighter jets and blaring sirens in the distance alarms Isaac, prompting him to realize that the entire area is on the verge of being sealed off from public access. Seeking to evade the authorities and potential expulsion, Isaac conceals himself amidst the foliage, eventually reaching the crash site of the meteor. Suddenly, he spots a UFO and promptly activates his camera to capture the otherworldly object. However, the UFO inexplicably vanishes, and as Isaac turns around, he discovers an alien silently observing him. Acting discreetly, he stealthily starts recording with his camera as the alien gazes at him briefly before departing. Isaac, seizing the opportunity, swiftly attempts to flee, but unexpectedly loses consciousness midway through his escape. After 3 days, Isaac wakes up in an entirely different place. To his surprise, he still possesses the footage of the alien encounter and the moment he was lifted off the ground. A mysterious mark now adorns his arm. Upon returning home, Isaac sits on his bed, deep in thought. As he gazes at his TV, it suddenly vanishes before his eyes. Intrigued, he reaches out his hand towards the spot where the TV was, and his hand passes through an unseen barrier, as if accessing another dimension. With focused intent, the TV reappears. It dawns on him that he possesses the ability to make objects vanish and reappear at will. To verify his newfound ability, Isaac repeats the experiment with his camera, and once again, he succeeds in making objects vanish and reappear. Concerned about the strange mark on his arm, he visits a doctor who finds a perfectly straight fracture in his arm bone, puzzling them both. Later, at work, Isaac demonstrates his power to Beck, making objects disappear into other dimensions, but he realizes that only he can perceive these shifts. Beck remains unable to see them. Isaac then shares the footage of the encounter with the alien, leaving Beck utterly astonished. Both agree that they should show the footage to their other co-workers to share this extraordinary revelation. Despite Beck's reservations, Isaac becomes frustrated and decides to take matters into his own hands. He uploads the footage of the alien encounter to an internet website, dubbing it as alien abduction footage. The following morning, Isaac is awakened by a call from a news anchor who wants to feature his video in a news story. To his astonishment, the video has already garnered nearly 1 million views overnight. As Isaac checks the comments section, he discovers a mix of opinions. Some people believe the footage is genuine, while others dismiss it as a hoax. Throughout the day, numerous news agencies and magazines contact him, requesting interviews. Despite his initial hesitation, Isaac finally agrees to appear on a news channel for an interview. During the interview, he bravely shows the footage and shares the complete story of his alien encounter, hoping to bring the truth to light. However, the interviewer responds with skepticism and mocks Isaac, suggesting that it's too convenient for him to have had a camera present during the supposed alien encounter. In the following days, Isaac's story spreads like wildfire across the media. Opinions become polarized, with some fervently supporting him while others accuse him of fabricating the entire event for attention. As time passes, the number of doubters grows, and the once enthusiastic support begins to wane. Excited to find someone who shares a similar experience, Isaac delves deeper into online articles about abduction stories. He comes across the account of a girl named Sarah, whose encounter resonates remarkably with his own. Intrigued, he reaches out to her, and they arrange to meet. During their meeting, Isaac opens up to Sarah about the existence of alien encounters on Earth, citing historical paintings depicting such beings and scientific claims of receiving enigmatic signals from space. Sarah then brings up the alien abduction of 1979 in Wrangell, Alaska, asking if Isaac knows about it. Surprisingly, Isaac admits that he is unaware of this particular incident. As Sarah shares the chilling tale of Carl's abduction and subsequent disappearance after going public with his story, Isaac becomes even more determined to spread awareness about alien encounters. He takes Sarah's advice and sends copies of his footage to online platforms that collect reports of abductions. While depositing the copies into the mailbox, Isaac encounters Keith, a writer who sympathizes with him and expresses his frustration over the unfair treatment Isaac is receiving from the media. Keith proposes doing a comprehensive story that allows Isaac to explain his side of the events in detail, giving him a chance to shed light on his experience. Taking some time to reflect on Keith's offer, Isaac decides to take him up on the opportunity. Upon reaching Keith's office, Keith proposes a lie detector test to validate Isaac's story. Isaac agrees and learns how to wear the equipment. After answering all the abduction-related questions truthfully, Keith's expressions grow tense. He abruptly leaves the office without explanation, and when Isaac follows him, he spots two men resembling agents approaching down the hallway. Feeling threatened, Isaac attempts to escape the agents by running, but they open fire, hitting him and causing him to lose consciousness. Isaac regains consciousness to find himself restrained and being dragged by two androids into a stark white room. He notices Sarah being taken away by the androids as well. In the room, a screen lights up, revealing the man he knew as Keith, who introduces himself as Agent Graves. Agent Graves explains that they intend to assess Isaac's level of exposure, but despite their attempts to make something happen with various objects, nothing occurs as Isaac focuses on them. Growing frustrated, Isaac eventually stops cooperating and demands to know their whereabouts and the reason for their confinement. In response, Agent Graves questions Isaac about Carl's location, and in fear, Isaac lies, stating that he knows nothing about Carl. Isaac breaks free from the chair and fights off the androids to escape. He finds Sarah in another room and uses his mind to unlock the door. Together, they run away while the androids chase and shoot at them. Eventually, they manage to flee the facility and realize they are in Costa Rica. Agent Graves orders his men to track them, anticipating they will search for Carl. Isaac is determined to gain internet access to find Carl, whom he desperately needs to speak with. They encounter a helpful local woman who might assist them in their quest. In a restaurant, they are directed to meet a man named Zed, an expert hacker who can grant them internet access. As they reach Zed, the androids catch up, forcing them to flee. Zed leads them to his jungle house, where he possesses an untraceable internet connection. Zed reveals that the androids work for the highly secretive International Space Research Program. Despite his best hacking efforts, Zed cannot find any trace of Carl in government records or on the internet. The search for Carl remains elusive and mysterious. Recalling the curious signal they found emanating from Canada, Isaac and Beck decide to hack into NASA servers to trace its origin. Through this endeavor, they successfully uncover Carl's whereabouts. Zed reveals that there's a functional laptop in his house they can use to make a video call. Zed initiates the video call, and although Carl initially rejects it, Zed skillfully hacks into his laptop, giving Isaac an opening to swiftly share his abduction story before Carl can shut down the connection. Isaac informs Carl that he sent a copy of his signal out into space, and astonishingly, they received a response. That same night, Carl insists on seeing the response, so Isaac shares it with him. Carl manages to decipher the encrypted code and plays the audio, revealing an alien voice providing a specific time and location of arrival. The aliens are set to come to Carl's house in 5 days. Overwhelmed by the revelation, Carl abruptly shuts down his computer. Isaac knows they must act immediately and persuades everyone to head to Carl's house. Although Sarah is hesitant, Zed excitedly volunteers to join them. Utilizing his contacts in Costa Rica, Zed arranges a private plane to fly them to Canada swiftly. Unbeknownst to them, Agent Graves had been secretly tracking Sarah and Isaac during their entire journey. Finally, after a long trip, Zed, Sarah, and Isaac reach Carl's place. Initially suspicious, Carl eventually welcomes them in. He reveals that, like them, he was also abducted by the ISRP but managed to escape and has been in hiding for 2 decades. During this time, Carl tirelessly worked to develop programs that translate alien codes into audio and then into English, enabling communication with the aliens. With the aliens set to arrive in 2 days, they now have a way to speak to them. As they anticipate the aliens' arrival, Sarah and Isaac spend time bonding in the woods. Meanwhile, Zed explores Carl's equipment with curiosity. On the day the aliens are due, Isaac senses the ground moving, signifying their presence. He ventures into the woods, and indeed, he spots the aliens. Curious about their purpose, they all gather with Carl's translation device activated. The aliens communicate that they have achieved total mastery over medicine, physics, technology, and all scientific realms. Now, they seek something greater, a pursuit beyond their current accomplishments. The aliens continue their search for the origin of the universe. Isaac inquires why they are studying humans, and the aliens explain that humans possess a unique aura that can be measured. In a mesmerizing display, the aliens show Isaac a vision of Jesus and inquire about his identity. Isaac wonders why they are interested in Jesus, and the aliens reveal that he appears to be central to the origin of the universe, with a profound connection to the aura inside humans. Curious, Sarah asks about the strange marks on her and Isaac's arms. In response, the alien uses a device to carefully split her arm, revealing a hidden tracker placed there by the aliens for their records. The aliens enlighten Isaac, sharing that in his world, people tend to believe only when they see something. However, the aliens have discovered that in their own advancements, believing is the key to seeing. Suddenly, Agent Graves and his men arrive, demanding Carl's presence. Graves reveals a personal vendetta against Carl, as his own father was in the truck that disappeared during Carl's abduction. Frustrated by the lack of answers regarding his father's fate, Graves orders his men to shoot Carl. Sarah rushes to Carl's aid but is also shot. In this dire moment, the alien instructs Isaac to focus and utilize his senses. Following the alien's guidance, Isaac concentrates, and miraculously, the entire house is transported to an entirely different dimension. Isaac transports everyone to the other dimension, away from Graves and his men. The benevolent aliens use their powers to heal Sarah and Carl. They effortlessly pass Graves and escape in the alien UFO. 6 months later, Isaac and Sarah live peacefully as a couple on a distant island. Zed and Carl have formed an underground tech agency. Graves is fired from the ISRP due to his illegal actions at Carl's house. Isaac continues to document their adventures through regular video diaries. Thank you for watching our recap. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and feel free to explore our other recaps.